Good afternoon. My name is Gustavo Torres, and I'm a member of the Department of Catholic Schools. This afternoon, we have Andrew Galvan, curator of Old Mission Dolores, San Francisco. I'd like to welcome you, Andy.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving us your time. This video will be for the fourth grade teachers of the Archdiocese, specifically for the California Native Peoples Curriculum Initiative Project. So if you could give us a brief background of who you are and what you do, we'd greatly appreciate it.
Hello. Thank you, Gus, for having me involved in this presentation. The development of the curriculum that is now available through St. Mary's Press began at the time, at least the idea for it began at the time that the canonization of Junipero Serra was announced in January 2015. In April of 2015, I made a presentation to all the bishops of California when they were having one of their statewide meetings in Sacramento. At that time, the bishops asked, what can we do to help with the situation concerning the treatment of Native Americans at our California missions? What I said to the bishops that they could do, besides improving the museum displays and including Native peoples in the interpretation of our California missions, was in the school curriculum that the subject matter is not always that well dealt with. And dear teachers, I don't mean the quality of the teachers, but I mean often the quality of the materials that you are given to use to teach about the California Indians. And so we went to the superintendents of all the dioceses of the Catholic Diocese of California and asked the superintendents to ask the teachers what would be the best way to help improve how the story of California Indians and Saint Junipero Serra are taught in the classroom. The answer came back, the teachers said, don't write new textbooks because it'll take 5 years to do that, and then in 5 years they'll be outdated. Instead, could you just give us the lesson plans? We'll leave the books on the shelves and we will use the lesson plans. So we decided to start, first of all, finding out what needs to be the content of those lesson plans. Having done that with research with school teachers, fourth grade teachers mainly, then the material was presented to St. Mary's Press because they're one of the finest groups around to pull together these types of a presentation. And then you have the presentation that's now available. It's on the computer because this is the way that students work today. And wouldn't you know it, with the pandemic, it is very much in demand, and this is the way we're going for a while still, that you can use this tool to teach your students interactively about the California Indians and Junipero Serra.
Thank you. So Andrew, what do you hope the teachers accomplish by utilizing this tool?
The idea behind the tool was to update understanding of California Indians, that we are not things of the past, that we actually are still here. It's very important that we're here still, not to think of, you know, there were Indians before the missions, the Indians come into missions, the Padres teach the Indians how to make adobe bricks and how to do all the other crafts. And then all of a sudden the missions are over and we have the Rancho period, then we have the gold rush, and then guess what? The Indians are gone. We want to get rid of that understanding because we Indian folk, we're still here. We've been here through that entire run of history in the state of California. And it's very important that we are taught as living beings. We're not things of the past. So that would be one thing. The other would be to hopefully have a better understanding of the Indians' impressions and interactions with the missionaries and the military, specifically the Spanish military. How those things happened at the mission, what went on, that it wasn't just a romantic story of everybody was happy at a mission, singing songs and weaving materials and raising cattle and planting corn, etc. It was a very, very difficult situation for a group of people, particularly because they're my ancestors. My ancestors were at Mission Dolores in the year 1794. They were there until 1818. And then my ancestors moved from Mission San Francisco de Asís in San Francisco to Mission San Jose in the East Bay. And we are still there. And long story short, full turnaround 250 years later, who's the museum director at Mission Dolores, San Francisco? You're looking at him, a descendant of one of the Indian folks whose conversion was at Mission Dolores. So it's the true story of Native peoples at the California Mission that we're hoping to be able to assist the teachers in presenting it.
Thank you, Andrew. Is there anything else that you wish to share with the fourth grade teachers?
Especially at this time during the pandemic, I want to say thank you. I have heard so many co-workers in other areas how difficult it is to try to teach their own children. I think our parents are realizing the importance of the school classroom teacher. And using St. Mary's Press modern technology, it seems that this was planned in advance so that one unit, at least in the history of the fourth grade working with missions and Indians, I guess the third grade could use part of this too, as you study California Indians, is already prepared in this dynamic on the computer. So you do have to have an understanding of how to use a computer to use this program.
Thank you, Andrew, for your time. And we hope to have you come and do a presentation in person, just like how we've had in the past. But we thank you for all of your hard work on this initiative and everything that you do for the Archdiocese and for the Ohlone Indian tribe.
Thank you, Gustavo.